Hello and welcome back to another Conflict 47 battle report. This will be Game 3 with some mostly mechanized Germans versus my Soviets. Continuing on with a modified Scenario 12 out of the Fortress Budapest book and some of the other stuff popping out. So his assets were the big push, which is why I said mostly mechanized, because you get a free squad but you don't get his transport. He took ammunition cache, I'll point that out, and I stuck with the fortified building. This has been working pretty well for me, and some barricades. So his force, or sorry, my force, some things of note. Ran the bringing out the Mastodon this time. See how that goes along, and then that's really the big, and that's big enough. Changed my list. His force. Pretty standard heavy infantry mechanized with his free squad here. So the setup. So starting assets. This is my table half, and this will be my fortified building. Here's his ammunition cache. We ruled it. Obviously, ruins and such can be objectives. Speaking of objectives, there are five. One, two, three. You can't see it hidden away here. Four, and last one there's five. Just another view, you can kind of see the pop out a little bit better. And then the perspective from his table side brings us to turn one. And then didn't deploy them earlier, but the street barricades, you got one here is rolled up. So yeah, I'm bringing on my forces. So yeah, here's the MMG team hiding out here. This mission is a little bit different. I should have spoke to it a little bit sooner, but where the defenders, I can start popping out of the objectives that anywhere really, until they get controlled, which is why. So he comes on the board, he captures this objective, so I'm no longer allowed to pop out of that one. There's more details in the Fortress Budapest book, but this is a very good mission. That mission 12. Keeps things interesting, and it really simulates a close-in firefight. But so yeah, but to that point, so I pop out here, and so he's going to try to get in and push and grab as many objectives, because as soon as he controls them, until I take him, my unit can't come out of there. So to that note, he's moves them up here and effectively locks this one down. And then now, with these secure, he's moving in, and bam, to that note. Yeah, so I'm able to pop out here, hit it with the Panzerfaust. Two of them don't kill it, but stack up some pins and LT pops out. But yeah, to that note, this is to simulate them popping out of the sewers or hiding or just crawling through the rubble and just popping out here. So now with all the objectives claimed, he's looking to sneak in here. So this is my inexperienced squad. Again, from a tabletop, they look pretty nasty until you realize they're, combat ineffective, which is why you see my little commissar hiding back here to provide the motivation. So with him pushing up, and sorry for I've put a little bit more paint on him since then, but unpainted squad here. So yeah, I'm trying to counter this, swing them up, and nothing happens. But onto his, so this is the autocannon. Filling in for the autocannon German vehicle. You can see him sneaking his guys up and continuing to advance to the center objective. And then the engineer squad. So yeah, you can see my failure to take out transports, at least in the opening salvo. Then Big Stompy shows up. So yeah, again, apologize getting my stuff painted, but yeah, he's this is the second or third outing I've had with him. I've not had great luck. The one-shot cannon, it's real hit or miss. It's not as bad as the German, rail guns and such, but because ours at least has multi-purpose versus infantry and armor, but it's still a lot of points to just throw away if it doesn't hit anything. And that ends the turn one. Yeah, so I'm capturing this objective. Hold that one. And I have Oh, that's it. Right. The MMG's under that one. Brings us to turn 2. So yeah, because I failed here, they're popping out, and we just slap fight on this side. Yeah, and you can see him turning the corner here. You see my not picture last time, my Mark II guys coming out. Yeah, and then since he didn't activate it yet, these guys come with anti-tank grenades. So I said, well, I could try to pin him out and do whatever, but since he hasn't moved, I sent him in. And yeah, managed to pop it. So that was nice. No one suspects the slow infantry assault. Um, so always entertaining. The continuing on the main objective. So these guys are, yeah, well, they have hard cover and everything. Um, yeah, you're seeing the infantry here. So they're getting shots piled on from here, here, and the autocannon tank, LMGs. Yeah, they're just having a bad time. So, not pictured was my regular squad coming out and running up here. The idea being these are my regular SMG troops. So the goal is 12 inches. They're able to fire in here, or keep moving Stompy up and then move them behind to hold the objective to reinforce after this squad gets mowed down. And speaking of getting mowed down, so yeah, they continue to just keep getting shot, and yeah, he's down to Sarge. Brings us to turn 3. Okay, so we're getting close. The Russian walker is slow here, so he's just kind of, I've been marching him up, taking shots. Yeah, and so that's a bit different than some of the other forces walkers. You can kind of see here slap fights that are going on. The inexperienced squad, I mean, from the point of their job is to hold an objective, they're doing pretty good. That's for the price of free, it's hard to complain. And you can see the yeah the autocannon. So he's just depending on what he needs to fire at. Just he's got his 2 fire lanes here. Yeah, and his moves these up, keep putting pressure on. We're getting on turn 3, so yeah, he's needing to get this objective if he wants to win. So he comes up, pours fires in. Yep, they failed their order check, so we're just kind of doing a big old slap fight on this flank. Yeah, and to no effect. So Mark II's, yeah, I've had issues with them, but as far as sitting and camping on an objective or just not dying, they do a pretty good job. So SMG veterans are finally gunned down. These guys are here to lend fire support. Oh yeah, and our good old friend, the engineer truck rolls up, or half track, pops these guys out, and poof. So yeah, definitely need to add some ranged anti-tank or something, because yeah, when they get close, yeah, so they get burned up. They stuck around, but yeah, they're not loving life. So yeah, all eyes on the center now. So what swapped from a very strong position I had is has gone to a very weak from the holding the center objective. I still got the squad here and such I can use, but it's not as a good position as I was in. Left flank, you see them, they're providing support, and you can continue. Yeah, they're just doing a whole lot of nothing. So he sends in his next wave. So yeah, a whole bunch of engineers pop out, ready to finish the job. Oof. And like I mentioned, to them not dying, at least the small arms fire, flame stuff cooks them up. But yeah, the small arms fire, they're doing all right. LT's just really hoping he had some backup. Brings us to 4. So yeah, we're getting close in. You see them here. They came in. They were able to finish them off, jump on the objective. So technically it's contested because I'm here. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, he's not doing too good. Then that note, Big Stompy shows up. He's forcing his way in. My hope was to use him to clear the objective, and if nothing else, kind of keep LT hidden back here until you say that squad or something else can come in. Yeah, and I did LT that note. Running up some terrors. Going like, okay, yeah, I got to kind of do this mad dash between him firing in, these guys firing in, and them closing in. Hopefully able to clear the objective and at least, reclaim it. And yep, that plan failed when these guys had to fail their check. Tears go ahead and activate or move up here. We fire off since Panzerfaust, I wasn't going to use them on here. At least pop the transport. So we got revenge in that one. Big Stumpy finally gets up in here, gets the shot, hits with the main cannon. Only rolled a 2 on that. MMG didn't do anything. So yeah, looks cool. Look even cooler if he's painted. So working on that, but yeah, he's just it's not so far. It's not working for me. Brings us to 5, so we're rounding the home stretch. So yeah, he's able to turn his get early activation, turn this here, and just between this, I believe, and another squad just burp, just mowed all these guys down. So yeah, that didn't work out. And then now he's in the mindset of protecting the objective. So he actually moves one of his squads off to kind of block here, swinging these guys around to free them up. And you see, they've been taking a beating just from random shots. I haven't, no one cares. Picture of inexperienced squad dying, at least random shots. So yeah, the board state. So this is we end up, my fire continues to be ineffective, missing my goal, or at least my last ditch attempt. So I run them around. I was trying to put in shots here, and I was hoping to be able to at least clear him of the objective, and I wasn't able to. So I pull these, pull them over to do this, go into fire, and we end up calling the game here because we ride into turn 6. All my stuff on the objective, so he ended up not doing anything. They didn't do anything, so we just didn't take any pictures of that, of stuff not happening. So yeah, ended up calling the game here, and so that brings us to the end of game 3 of the campaign with a German win, 3 to my 2 objectives. They were able, like I said, we did roll it out a little bit, and I wasn't able to claw back that center objective. Again, continue just to be ineffective there. We both lost 4 units so far. I think his were a little bit more favorable as far as his kills. But overall, really enjoying the campaign. Liking the siege assets and things like that. So if you've not taken a look at the Fortress Budapest book, I'd strongly give that a suggestion. Like this mission in particular, I've converted it over to play. It makes for a great multiplayer game if you just count everybody as the defender. So you could have very easily 3+ objectives and people popping out everywhere. But yeah, the Germans are ahead in the campaign 2-1. So we're going to see if we can claw that back in the 4th game. And that's the 4th one is the final holdout. The Germans are about to take the Rift Tech facility, so Germans have drawn a line and doing everything, or the Russians are drawing a line and just holding off while we try to unload that depot and/or, probably in this case, destroy all the assets we can't carry away. Again, a real fun game, and thanks for watching.